Disclaimer. This series is not intended to be a replacement for actually watching any of the movies or TV shows I talk about during this series. Warner Brothers, please don't kill me. Thank you. Scooby-Doo is a franchise been running for a very long time, 55 years to be exact. In as many iterations, the general idea stays the same. Fork in a dog, green van of flowers, mystery is solved, split up and look for clues, you get the idea. However, there's something that changed as the characters change hands and directors. Different creators join or leave the Scooby team, taking and bringing different ideas with them, and different ways for this iconic dog to be written. Scooby-Doo with their kids, Scooby-Doo when he's an actor, Scooby-Doo but he's Family Guy, Scooby-Doo but he's actually a space god destined to stop Lovecraftian monster from destroying the world. You know, different ideas, different things. The only idea I haven't seen done well, or at least done to a standard that I personally would like, is what if Scooby-Doo were one timeline, one chronology, or a few chronologies, let's say 7. Say around 7 or 8 chronologies. If you've ever thought of the same, you're in the right place. Welcome to Solving Scooby. I'm BJ Valentine, I'll be your host through this series. By the end of the series, I will have covered 13 TV shows, 45 movies, 12 specials, and nearly every single crossover that Scooby-Doo has been involved with. To finally answer that age-old question, what if Scooby-Doo was chronological? And on top of that, by the end of the series, I should have a complete lore bible written in here. Anyways, that's enough of me. Let's cut to me while we discuss a pup named Scooby-Doo. A Pup Named Scooby-Doo aired 3 seasons from 1988 to 1991. The main cast includes Shaggy, voiced by Casey Kasem, Fred, voiced by Carl Steven, Daphne, voiced by Kelly Martin, Velma, voiced by Christina Lang, and Scooby, voiced by Don Messick in his last role as Scooby-Doo before his unfortunate death in 1997. Also during this analysis, we will be briefly discussing the 2013 puppet special, Scooby-Doo Adventures: The Mystery Map. The main cast here consisting of Shaggy, voiced by Matthew Lillard, both Fred and Scooby, voiced by Frank Welker, Daphne, voiced by Greta Lau Griffin, and Velma, voiced by Stephanie D'Abruzzo, in her first and only time voicing anyone in Scooby-Doo. And now, let's begin with Season 1, Episode 1, A Bicycle Built for Boo, is relevant only because, during the opening, Shaggy's house is decorated for Christmas, which more than likely means that this episode and probably the next one takes place during December or early January. Episode 4, The Schnook Who Took My Comic Book, takes place at the first annual Coolsville Comic Convention, where Shaggy and Scooby are dressed up as Commander Cool and Mellow Mutt respectively. Commander Cool and Mellow Mutt are basically legally distinct Blue Falcon and Dino Mutt, which is strange to me, because technically they own the rights, and they appear later on in the series, but I digress. This establishes Scooby and Shaggy as both comic and superhero fans early on, as it comes back up a couple of times later on. Episode 6, The Babysitter from Beyond, is the first appearance of Shaggy's mom and baby sister Shuggy, and the second appearance of his father after his last appearance during Season 1, Episode 2, The Sludge Monster from the Earth's Core. Episode 8, Now You See Him, Now You Don't, takes place at the Coolsville Smithsonian, where some katanas have been stolen by an Oni, and during the mystery, Velma warns him in perfect Japanese not to steal the fake sword set up as a test, meaning Velma can speak at the very least basic Japanese at an early age. Episode 9, Scooby-Doo, has the gang going to the beach to visit Velma's aunt Thelma, who is a marine biologist at the Coolsville Marine Institute. Episode 10, Ghost Who's Coming to Dinner, takes place during Halloween, which marks around another year passing. Also during this episode, they help an actual ghost, which marks the first appearance of real monsters in the timeline. Episode 11, The Story Stick, has multiple appearances of Yogi Bear and one appearance of Ranger Smith during the Clue Roundup, which makes Yogi Bear also canon to this timeline. Episode 13, Lights, Camera, Monster, has the gang filming a movie using Fred's new camera he just got for his birthday. Fred's birthday comes up again during Pirates Ahoy, which will be covered later in the timeline, and in that movie it's depicted as being early summer, so yet again around a year has passed. Season 2, Episode 1, Curse of the Caller, has the first appearance of Shaggy's parents, Mama and Daddy Do, and his siblings, Skippy, Ruby, and Howdy. It is also confirmed Scooby's full name is Scoobert, as his mom calls him that multiple times. Episode 2, Return of Commander Cool, has the gang visit Velma's uncle, Dr. Alamo, after Shaggy has a concussion. Episode 4, Chickenstein Lives, has the gang visit the National Exaggerator, Fred's favorite magazine, as his Uncle Eddie has recently bought it. Episode 5, Night of the Living Burger, shows the Rogers household yet again decorated for Christmas, so once again it's December. Episode 6, The Computer Walks Among Us, takes place at the Coolsville Junior High, where Velma is participating in their annual science fair. The lowest age they accept at junior high is 11, and during the next episode, it's revealed the gang are all around the same age because in a flashback, they're all shown as babies together. Speaking of episode 7, Doggone Scooby, it's also revealed that Daphne's brother Jenkins invented Scooby snacks. Or at least, Daphne invented them and has Jenkins begin manufacturing them. Which also brings up an interesting detail as Season 1, Episode 4 has the gang visiting the Scooby Snack Factory in Coolsville. Complete theory territory, right? But maybe Daphne invented the recipe and then sold the recipe to a company who began manufacturing them. That would make sense as to why she typically is the one to provide the Scooby snacks in most iterations of Scooby-Doo. Season 3, Episode 4, WrestleManiacs, the entire episode revolves around the Coolsville Wrestling Federation, or CWF for short, which sets up Scooby and Shaggy as wrestling fans. Finally, during Scooby-Doo Adventures, The Mystery Map, the 2013 puppet-themed Walmart Times exclusive backdoor failed pilot that's themed around a puppet named Scooby-Doo for some reason, Daphne reveals that she can pilot planes and has been able to for some time. That's it. Now it's time to take this information and plug it into the timeline. Alright, fucked up. You see that on camera? No. Scooby-Doo Extended Universe. Hope you can see this on the timeline. We see this on the video. Starting with the Coolsville timeline. This represents Coolsville, the Coolsville timeline there. Going to also add some dashes to the back of the prehistory. Now, the first thing we're going to add to this timeline is we're adding Yogi Bear, that we know is happening before because of the story stick. Just after that, go to year 1 with pup named. This is 1 to 3, then year 1. It's the beginning of year 1. Now, we have year 2. We have year 1, which is episodes 4 to 10. Then we move on to year 2. We'll replace these sticky notes with smaller ones later, because they're a bit big on this board. Not sure how it comes across in the footage, but it is fairly large. Moving on, move on to year 2. Year 2, which is Season 1, Episode 11 to Season 2, Episode 6. That's the entirety of year 2. Now moving on to year 3. And year 3 consists of Season 2, Episode 7 into the end of the series. And Mystery Map. And for now, that's all we have. We have Prehistory with Yogi Bear, year 0, basically year 0, with pup named Episode 1 to 3, year 2, well, year 1, actually, my bad. Year 1, Episode 4 to 10, year 2, Season 1, Episode 11 to Season 2, Episode 6, and then year 3, which is Season 2, Episode 7 to the end of the series, and then Mystery Map. Now, there is a continuation here. It's a bit of a spoiler, but I'm gonna go ahead and go over it. 2-year time skip between pup named Mystery Map and the next series we're gonna go over, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Which I'm not gonna add a timeline right now, because we'll be covering that next video. The reason there's a 2-year time skip is because by my count, end of Mystery Map, they're 12. And by my estimations, Where Are You takes place while they're in high school. In high school, freshman year, 14 years. 14 years old. 14, 15, you know? 14 or 15. So the 2-year time skip where nothing really happens for 2 years, we don't really see those 2 years, and then we get started on Where Are You? That's all of it. Year 1, 2, 3, pup named and Mystery Map. Then year 5 and onwards, which we're not there yet, but year 5 onwards, that's going to be Where Are You? And that's it. Apologies for the short video, but since this is more introductory than anything, I just wanted to get this video out. I promise the rest of the series will be longer, so if you're interested in seeing that, I suggest you like and subscribe. As cliche as it is to say, it really does help. It's nice to know there are people out there who care about my little dumbass series. Anyways, that's gonna be it from me, but remember, do not accept the life you do not deserve. I'll see you later.